By one estimate, there are about 21 million victims of human trafficking globally, and those are just reported incidents.
Here in Flagstaff, it's becoming more of a problem with the number of cases increasing. In light of that, the Museum of Northern Arizona will be hosting an anti-trafficking summit tomorrow and Thursday. Reporter Kiara Brown has been digging into this issue, and she joins us now in the studio. Kiara, what's happening in Flagstaff in regards to human trafficking?
Yes, Jessica, the number of people involved in human trafficking is growing, but there are resources here in Flagstaff for those who need help. I went to Northland Family Help Center and spoke with the coordinator of the Anti-Trafficking Summit, Kate Wyatt, who says at least one new client has been coming into Northland each month looking for help.
People say, what? It happens here in Flagstaff? No way. Or that's not something that I want to think about because it's scary. Human trafficking doesn't discriminate.
Human trafficking includes both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. Of the 21 million reported victims, 68% are trapped in forced labor, 55% are women and girls, and 26% are children. Most of that group becomes susceptible around the age of 14. We spoke with Coconino County Sheriff Sergeant Larry Thomas, who works undercover and asked us not to show his face.
Many of the people who engage in sex trafficking of these young men and women will be traveling and stopping at places such as Flagstaff, spending a night or two in our local hotels, trafficking their victims, and then moving on to the primary focus of what their destination is.
When they turn 18, nothing magical happens. They don't all of a sudden become free from this person or have access to other employment. And so when most people will label them as prostitutes or say that they're choosing to be involved in the life, most of the time they're not.
According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 1 in 6 runaways are most likely victims of sex trafficking. Wyatt says traffickers here in Flagstaff have come from unlikely places, including a doctor and local teachers.
We're finding more and more sex trafficking comes through major corridors, such as our I-40 and I-17 corridor.
So they'll kind of groom them and help them see like, oh, I'm a safe person, you can stay with me, I'll give you food, I'll give you shelter, I'll give you clothing. And then after a few weeks of that, then it's like, okay, well, you've been staying here, so now it's time to kind of repay your dues. So then they're expected to go have sex or do labor for other people.
She says it's important to remember that everyone is entitled to have choices.
You don't have to do anything special. They're still humans. They still should be treated with respect and dignity, and they should have choices to leave when they want to, and to not partake in activities that they don't want to partake in.
Wyatt's role is to work with runaway youth, homeless youth, and youth on probation. She also works with the Department of Child Safety and helps children work on their goals, getting enrolled in school, and does her best to keep them safe. The Anti-Trafficking Summit will be on November 15th and 16th at the Museum of Northern Arizona from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on both days. Register at nasextraffickingsummit.eventbrite.com. If you or anyone you know need help in a situation of human trafficking or want to report an incident, you can contact Northland Family Help Center at the number on the screen or the Human Trafficking Hotline. Reporting for NAZ Today, I'm Kiara Brown.